How's it going there, everybody? It's Mr. Zan over here bringing you guys another Nanbaka episode discussion. And for today's segment, guys, we are going to be talking about episode 5. And episode 5, guys, I feel like it was much more of the comedy gag going back in action, because the other episodes have been involved with a lot of action and drama being involved with the other inmates and Jugo and Uno. That, you know, I believe episode 5 was more of a comical kind of skit going along there. And honestly, we did last leave off with Uno facing off with Honey and Twa. We see Nico take the stage. We see Hajime. We just see a lot of these characters, man. They're all taking the stage. And honestly, guys, respect for Hajime, man. This guy's been in almost every single challenge that there was, except the second challenge. But honestly, though, man, you see Hajime. Hajime is he's literally trying to make a name for himself in this anime, and it just, to me, feels like Hajime is also one of the spotlight characters that just, he's gonna be memorable throughout all of 2016, and honestly, in this anime itself. But I digress, guys. Don't worry, though. Let's get on to it with episode 5, though. Now, episode 5, guys, did last leave off from the previous, I believe, challenge that it was. It was the competitive Karuta, and with that we finally get to see what Uno actually had in stock for Honey and Twa, and we finally get to see that instead of cheating, we see Uno actually breaks the character mentality of Honey and Twa, as both of them, they were both anticipating and hoping that Uno would have cheated, but no, he strayed far away from cheating. He did not even need the need to cheat, because he straight up told him that why do I need to cheat when I could just look at you guys? I could just study your guys. I don't even need to know the game. And you know, Uno just basically kind of pissed on their mojo, basically saying that, you know, because they're so predictable, the way they do their eye movements, the way they move their cards before they move to another card. Uno basically just anticipating all the characters themselves before they actually lay their hands on another card itself. So basically, Uno was basically just guessing. He's a really good guesser. That's all that it really was to it, which I thought was really hilarious, because we all thought Uno was going to cheat or have something up his sleeves, but no, he's just a really good guesser, and he knows how to read people's, you could say, body language. Like, you know, he could be a private eye, you know? Freaking Uno is a pretty good private eye right there. But like I said, though, we did leave off right there, and Uno does win and takes the cake right there and then. But we move on, guys, because with Uno taken down right there and then, we move on to another challenge, and the other challenge now was a comedy gag in itself, folks. Yes, folks. The reason I say that is because of the fact that the next challenge felt like a homage to Beyblade itself, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys that there's gonna be a lot of homages to other anime in this actual episode. That this whole episode itself felt more comedy in terms of action than being in its serious tone that it was the previous episode, because in this episode, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the anime called Beyblade. That anime, it involves, you know, basically spinning tops that has magical beasts imbued in the spinning top, and they basically just go out in a brawl. Kind of reminds me of like you could say Bakugan, Yu-Gi-Oh, kind of that kind of implemented structure, but with spinning tops. Now, the funny thing about Beyblade is the fact that with Beyblade, the tops are small, but the creatures that are inside the spinning tops are like giant, humongous kaiju battles. Now, with Nanbaka did, which I thought was freaking hilarious, was that when Hajime was actually spinning the top, it was a giant, humongous top, the size of a kaiju beast, but the humans themselves that were spinning the tops, they were minuscule in size. And I'm here thinking, like, was that a pun on Beyblade itself, that, you know, because of the fact that the kaiju battles are so humongous, that the tops themselves should be just the rightful size of the kaiju battle itself. Like, I thought like the imagery involved and the symmetrical kind of like imagery right there, like I thought that was pretty intense, and I thought that was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Or maybe I just overthought that kind of scene, and maybe it was just meant for comical gag in itself, because Hajime was actually facing off against his rival, quote unquote rival, Samon Goku, because apparently Samon Goku wants to make sure that Hajime goes into last place, and Samon Goku by the way, in this episode, he seems like he's a homage to Sun Wukong. I believe is the Journey to the West, you could say monkey god deity, and to me it felt very hilarious because everything that he does is just opposite of what you would think Sun Wukong would do. You know, he acts in a very bashful manner. You know, you see freaking Samon just, he's trying his best, but it just seems that freaking Hajime just still has the better advantage. You know, Hajime's cooler too, honestly, and Samon just does not look cool at all in the episode. He seems like a brighter chimpanzee. That's how I kind of see Samon. But like I said, I'm digressing though. Honestly, like the episode itself with the spinning top challenge, that was pretty intense. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that was pretty cool and everything. But the thing that made me laugh was the fact that Nico himself, he takes the spotlight throughout this whole entire anime episode, with the due to the fact that he is because, you know, he loves a lot of anime, and he's like the otaku of the anime itself. He's breaking the fourth wall, as you kind of say, because actually he broke a lot of fourth walls in this episode as well too, because he was actually talking about G Gundam, he was referencing Dragon Ball Z, he was referencing, I believe, no, it's just those two, he was just referencing Dragon Ball Z, and he was referencing G Gundam. If you guys aren't familiar with G Gundam, it's an old school Gundam anime where the people themselves, where I believe they get like the cybernetic gear over their body, and it kind of like if the person moves their arm, so does the Gundam moves the arm. It's just a mecha anime that was just very popular back in the day. And honestly, seeing Nico do a homage attack based on the G Gundam series was just freaking hilarious. That was the icing on the cake for this freaking episode, folks. And I thought to myself that, my god, and they even censored it too. It was so funny because Jugo, Uno, and Rock were just like, hold on guys, we're gonna get ready. And I was wondering, like, what are they getting ready for once Nico went on the challenge? And by the way, when Nico entered the challenge, it was all accidental. It all started because of Nico's freaking opponent. Because Nico's freaking opponent was this character called Upa, who looks like a Chaozu like remake, with like if he was like stronger, and if he just actually did training. By the way, Chaozu's from the anime Dragon Ball Z, if you guys aren't too familiar with that series. But like I said, I'm digressing. Upa himself was hilarious in the anime because he seems like he's like a key grand master. He knows how to do the Kamehameha wave or some kind of key attack, but we all know it's the Kamehameha wave. And it's honestly hilarious because he was fighting Nico in the episode, and Nico is just, instead of being feared from Upa, you literally see Nico actually looking at him and he's respecting him, saying like, oh my god, let me, teach me master, teach me, I want to know how you float, I want to know how you do these special attacks, it just looks so cool. And Nico himself is like a freaking otaku throughout the whole entire time, and he's literally doing the, like, while he's fighting, he's still doing the homage, all his attacks are homages to G Gundam itself. Like I said, if you guys aren't familiar with the G Gundam, there's a main antagonist slash protagonist, you kind of say. His name was Master Asia. When he was fighting with Upa, he was literally doing like these jabbing moves and kicking moves that it literally was referencing Master Asia and Domon Kashu when they were always in a standstill right there. And I thought to myself, my god, this anime is taking the cake right there, man. Like, oh, it was just icing. So much icing on the cake. I love this episode. This episode was freaking hilarious, folks. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love the references that and all the aspects that was involved in the episode, and I love the fact that at the end, to defeat Upa's character, Nico literally does a homage to the Shining Finger. I'm not fucking lying to you guys. That was, sorry for cursing, but that was just too much. He literally just does like some kind of a key attack, and you literally see Upa do his own version of his attack. And I thought to myself, what the heck is going on here? What's going on here? This anime is just going out of proportions on all gags itself, and it blended well together in this anime episode. Honestly, I personally think this anime episode was just entertainment in itself. But what are you guys' thoughts on the anime episode? Like I said, I enjoyed every aspect of this episode. I would say with Uno fighting Honey and Twa, that was it was anticlimactic, you know. We all know Uno was gonna win, but the Nico one is really that took the cake right there, because we all didn't know what Nico was gonna have in store for his opponents themselves. But like I said, guys, let me know down in the comments below as to what you guys thought of the anime episode, and what did you guys think of this challenge too? Did you guys think that I actually overthought it, or do you guys think of any similarities of other anime that I might have missed that they were trying to do reference to? Let me know down in the comments, guys. And as always, guys, if you guys enjoy my content, give a like, comment, share, and subscribe for more Nanbaka episode discussion. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day. But this is Mr. Zen, signing out.